No score here at the Songa Center through 20 minutes of play in Game 5 of the PWHL inaugural season finals. Oh my goodness, this has been fun. It's about to get a lot more fun for myself, someone who I've actually got to know a little bit more on this trip as we've been bouncing around from city to city. PWHL Senior Vice President of Business Operations. I wanted to make sure I got that right. Amy Scheer joined me. Amy, thank you very much. You've been incredibly busy, to say the least, over this past week and a half.
Yeah, I mean, our whole staff has been on the road following the first round of the playoffs and now the finals. So trying to keep up with the players and be where we need to be to enjoy the crowd, enjoy the games, and now hopefully have someone lift the trophy.
Well, apparently you were almost as fast as Kendall Coyne out there in Game 4 when everyone thought the game was over. Walk me through that moment and what it was like for you in the bowels of the arena.
Well, we had the trophy set up at the end of regulation thinking someone would score, and no one scored, so we put the trophy away. And then we had it out again at the end of the first period, end of the first overtime, because we thought someone would win, and then had to put it away, and then brought it out again when the second overtime started. And then when we thought that Minnesota won, we all rushed over to the trophy to start the post-game ceremony, and then the review started, and we all stopped, and then we waited, and then the goal was disallowed, so we just waited again, and then when Boston scored, we ran the trophy away. And so we got a lot of steps in, so it was our workout for the day.
I was running down, and I ran downstairs ready to go put my high heels on because I was wearing running shoes as well, and everyone was standing still around the TV, and I was like, what's happening? Why is everyone standing still?
It's why we wear sneakers.
Exactly that. That's why I'm wearing sneakers right now, not my heels just yet. But let's talk about this league and the importance of listening to the players and what they want in it. Some of the biggest talk about this league, the takeaways, is the physicality. We've been seeing a lot of it here. So how important was it to listen to the players when building this league?
I think really important. I think Jana would, talk about that all the time, is that they fought for this league. This is what they wanted for the longest time. And it was important to talk to them about what they wanted the play to look like and how they wanted fans to perceive the level of their play, the level of competition, the level of parity. So I think in all things, we listen to the players. We talk to Kendall. At least I do on the business side. I talk to Kendall and Hillary, and we have conversations around team names and all that fun stuff as well. So they are very much the biggest part about what this league stands for and its future.
Absolutely, and rightfully so. And it's kind of cool that one of the two is going to be hoisting the cup here today, which is pretty neat. I feel like you can't even write that stuff. Let's talk. You weren't only busy running around in the bowels of the XL Energy Center. You were actually in Toronto at the ESPNW Summit, where a lot of talk surrounds women's sports and how to build it and grow it. And you and Jana were obviously celebrated there. What was one of the biggest takeaways from that experience?
I mean, I didn't get to stay too long because I went from Minnesota to Toronto, then back home to come here. But my biggest takeaway is that everybody talks about women's sports having a moment. And it's not a moment. It's a movement that's been quite in the works for a long time. And the WNBA has been around now 28 years. The NWSL, not quite as long. But these leagues have really helped pave the way. And now the PWHL is part of the sports ecosystem and contributing to this movement. And it's pretty cool to be part of that family and to understand that together with all these other leagues that we are helping grow opportunities for young girls for the future, opportunities to play the game, opportunities in the front office. And the women are united to continue to grow, and also men too, men allies, right? Yeah. And there's this movement and this swell that's just going to continue.
Does it seem like to you, though, I mean, there's nothing, I'm not knocking any of these other leagues, did it feel like the PWHL got a different response in its inaugural season than the others?
Yeah, I quite honestly, Tessa, I've never seen any league, men or women, launch like the PWHL has. The response from the partnership community, from our fans, has just been through the roof. And we're sitting back in awe of everybody who has wrapped their arms around us and has given us a big group hug.
It's been awesome to be a part of. Just quickly, though, what would be the priority in the offseason moving into, obviously, the second season? Names, logos, where are we sitting with that?
Names, logos will reveal in August.
Okay.
So to give you a timeline, they'll be out in August, and they're basically done.
Nice.
And so now we're doing all the behind-the-scenes work to make sure the launch is going to be amazing, make sure we have merch to go with it. Obviously, our broadcast deals, where we'll be on TV next year, and venues, getting all our venues lined up for our teams as well. So those, for me, are the three priorities.
Amazing. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us. I know you've been busy. Tie up those running shoes. It's going to be a busy Game 5, no doubt. All right. Second period set to get underway. We're still looking for our first goal, Game 5 in the finals.
structurally.